Hello everybody and welcome to lesson 6, classifying polygons. In this lesson you'll be able to identify equilateral and regular polygons and use Venn diagrams to classify polygons based on their properties. So let's get started. We need a way to describe how these two polygons are different. Well, maybe we'll look at how they are the same first. So they are both polygons because they have straight lines and it's a closed shape. They both have 5 sides. But otherwise, the polygon on the right here has no equal sides, while the one on the left does have equal sides. So we're going to use hash marks to label equal sides. By equal sides, we mean sides that are the same length. So we could tell that, and you can measure with your ruler, that these two sides are the same length. So we will use these kind of little marks. They're called hash marks or hatch marks. And then you could probably tell that this side is equal to this side. And we will use a double hash mark. Why wouldn't I just use a single hash mark like this? Because if I have a single hash mark like this, that would mean that this side, and this side, since they all have the same hash marks, would be the same length. But that's obviously not true. These two are the same. However, this one on the right is longer, but it is the same as the one on the left. So these two are the same length, so they have the same hash mark. And then these two are the same, so they have the same hash mark. Equilateral polygons are polygons where all the sides are the same length. So this is something that you will have to keep in mind as we work through this lesson. So is this shape equilateral? Well, we could see by the hash marks that these two sides are the same length, but they are different than these two sides, which are equal to each other. So this polygon is not equilateral, and this would be a rectangle, of course. And on the left we have a square that has 4 equal sides. So this one is equilateral. So we're going to do some sorting here. Sort the polygons into equilateral and non-equilateral. Let me make this fit the page. There we go. So why don't you pause the video, take a look at these polygons, and decide if they are equilateral or not. Come back when you are ready. Okay, welcome back. I've put some hash marks to help us to see which sides are equal. So if all of the sides are equal, it's equilateral. So this is an equilateral triangle. I'll put an E for equilateral. Squares are equilateral. This next one is what we call a trapezoid. It does not have all equal sides. 4 is a triangle. That's not equilateral. 5 is a rectangle, not equilateral. We have another trapezoid in 6. 7 looks close to being equilateral, but it's not. 8 is a parallelogram. Opposite sides are equal, but not all 4 sides. And then we have just, we could call that a quadrilateral, number 9, 4-sided polygon. And then number 11 is the only other equilateral shape. This one we would call a kite. Or it could also be called a parallelogram or a rhombus. Now we're going to talk about the angles. So we use these arcs, these curved hash marks, to show equal angles. So an angle is kind of the distance between these two lines here and these two lines here. So you could tell that this angle and this angle are the same, and this angle and this angle are the same. So we have come back to the first set of polygons, and now we are marking angles. So this first one, you recall, was an equilateral triangle. And in equilateral triangle, you have three equal angles. Squares and rectangles have right angles, and right angles we show with like a little square. Sometimes we call them square angles. We see in our artificial world square angles everywhere. The corners of windows and doors and books are all square angles. So a square has 4 square angles and a rectangle has 4 square angles. Here in our trapezoid, these 2 angles are equal. These 2 angles are equal. Here we have a right angle triangle because it has 1 right angle. Here we have a couple of square angles in this trapezoid. This parallelogram has opposite angles are equal. Those 2 and then these 2. And here in our rhombus, we have opposite angles equal as well. So shapes that have all sides the same length and all angles equal are called regular. So here's another important term to know. So regular polygons have all sides the same and all angles are equal, and then they are called regular polygons. All right, we're going to use this Venn diagram to sort our polygons. First we have number 1, an equilateral triangle which has 3 equal sides and 3 equal angles, so it's equilateral and regular. Same thing with the square. 4 equal sides, 4 equal angles. The trapezoid in number 3 is neither, so it'll go outside here somewhere. Same with the triangle number 4. Number 5 has all equal angles, but not all equal sides, so we cannot call it regular, so it has to go outside. But I'm just going to put a little star beside it. And the star will mean all equal angles. Number 6 belongs on the outside. Number 7 belongs on the outside. Number 8, let's look at it carefully. No, it doesn't have all equal angles, doesn't have all equal sides, so it has to go on the outside. Same thing with number 9. Same thing with 10. Now 11 has all equal sides, so it's equilateral, goes in here, but it's not regular because all 4 angles are not the same. Okay, and number 12 will go on the outside. All right, that's it for our lesson. You guys can now work on pages 137 to 138. Ask your teacher if you need any help. Good luck.